This has been deemed the most terrifying sound in the world. This is called an Aztec death whistle. Believe it or not, this is not a human screaming. In 1999, an object was found held in the hands of a skeleton found in the ancient Quetzalcoatl temple in Mexico City. Archaeologists first thought that this must have been some sort of toy, and they didn't think much about it. It wasn't until 15 years later, for some reason, a scientist blew into the hole in the top of it, and this is the sound that came out. It was a startling discovery because it sounded like a screaming human. This object came to be known as the Aztec death whistle. We aren't 100% sure what the death whistle was used for, whether it was just ceremonial or actually used during wars to strike fear into the hearts of the enemies. But it's clear that it was used during human sacrifices, because the original skeleton that they found clutching the whistle actually had no head. The sound that the death whistle makes innately strikes fear into your heart. In fact, when I was preparing for this video, my young son heard the sound it made on my computer, and he almost immediately started crying and told me to never make that sound again. It was actually just a scary sound. Nobody told him it was scary, but he just was scared when he heard it. So what is it that makes this sound so scary? And why does it sound like a scream? The shape of the original death whistle actually mimicked the human larynx. You can see these 4 death whistles here that I created on my new resin printer I'll tell you about later. But the common factor among all these death whistles is that there's a mixture of frequencies that come out of the whistles. You can see what looks like stripes across the spectrogram here. The strongest of these strikes is a frequency right around 1,000 hertz, with the woman scream being slightly higher from 1 to 2,000 hertz. So what's special about 1,000 hertz? Well, scientists have actually analyzed human screams, and they found that humans scream differently depending on if they're fearful or surprised or excited. And the most fearful screams that humans make has a peak right around 1,000 hertz range as well. So the spectrogram of a human scream and the death whistle match really closely. In fact, scientists have actually taken groups of people and had them listen to death whistles and human screaming and then rate them. And they rated them high in terms of similarity, and they also rated them both the same rating in terms of the amount of fear they felt when they heard it. So I have several different whistles here, and they all have pretty unique sounds. Now we're going to go through these 4 whistles, and you can tell me which one you think sounds the most like a human scream and which one's the worst. This small one is the only one I could find that actually sounds like a woman screaming. So depending on how you place your lips on it, you can give it different sounds as well. It still sounds like a scream each time you blow it, but if you vary where your lips are on it, you can get the scream to sound slightly different. Okay, now here's this awesome horned skull one. So this one has less variation depending on how you blow it. It kind of still sounds the same no matter what. So you don't get variation in the different screams, so it kind of sounds more manufactured. Okay, here's this skull now. Okay, now the cool squid one. That one's not very good. For some reason, the effect of making it sound like a scream is stronger when you don't actually watch the person blowing into the whistle. Probably because your brain knows it's a whistle because they're seeing you blow into a whistle. And also, I want to thank Scariest for sponsoring this video and sending me their new Ultracraft Reflex resin printer. The detail that this printer can achieve is simply amazing, something you could never hope to achieve on an FDM printer. Scariest Ultracraft Reflex provides a one-stop production platform that includes a pre-processing software, 3D printer, post-processing machine, and high-performance resins to ensure a commercial-grade final result. They also have industrial-grade mechanical parts, along with true UV technology and powerful algorithms for greater precision with higher detail, sharpness, and smoother print surfaces. I actually love this printer. You can manage your prints in their app and send the design straight to the printer via Wi-Fi. So if you want to check out the UltraCraft Reflex printer, you can click the link in my description. And thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next time.